All right, now let's take it one.
Yes.
I really love you with a love any man would be proud of, but I knew this would happen someday. I really tried my best to stay. I'm so sorry. I only love the Mackabee sound. I'm so sorry. I only love the Mackabee sound. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. No. Stand up, stop, stand up. Mackabee sound. Stand up, stop, stand up. Stand up, stop, stand up. Mackabee sound. Stand up, stop, stand up. It was just you didn't understand me, so you
That's right, people. We've got the great, great Mackabee sound right in the building.
Blow, 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 blow.
Big up, yeah.
Yeah. Number one sound.
You know what?
Coventry.
You can tell he's an old man.
One on there, one. Not to just set the record straight. You know. I'm a children. I will never get old, see.
Definitely.
In my father's house, I will always be a child, see?
Yeah.
Mackabee studio number one, so.
Yeah,
Don't
definitely,
know.
definitely.
Good.
So Mackabee, last time I interviewed you guys, you were doing some great events. We were talking about what Mackabee is, how Mackabee come about. So what's different? What's happened since the last time we spoke? Who wants to say?
Since the last time we actually came in and since then we've done we've done a couple of radio interviews with other radio stations, mainly Hills FM. We've done the Masquerade Ball.
Okay.
That was a big event at the hotel.
I could add to that. We've had a tour in Jamaica. We've done a big link up, British USA, and all of us link up thing. We've done like a roots rock reggae night. In fact, we've done 2 roots rock reggae nights, which was a different to the normal running that we do. And obviously, we're just trying to do a whole different type of things. You know what I mean?
Fancy dress, we did fancy dress as well. Fancy dress ball,
Okay.
we did that as well.
Manchester Carnival.
Yeah, we've done a big thing at the Manchester Carnival. Want to big up Megaton. It was a nice
Megaton,
yeah,
night,
big
top
sound.
night.
Big root sound.
Yeah.
Wow. So the list keeps on going and going and going. There's never an end to you guys, is there? Ever, ever.
No, man, we just started.
No,
we just had started.
Yeah.
we just try to keep ourselves busy, and we try and be as keep it diversified as much as possible.
Okay.
Really. So yeah,
That's the only way to
mix
keep
it up.
That's the only way you're going to keep
Mix
alive.
it
You've
up.
got to mix it up.
You know, in the Everton blender.
You don't know, yeah.
Wow.
So,
Okay. So all the events that you've got coming up, how do you guys come up with those events to do? There must be a lot of planning involved.
yeah, there is actually, because obviously we know we can't do the same stuff all the time, as the crowd will get bored or whatever. So what we do, we try to do a wide range, and it's diverse for different markets. You know, it's like we got the show coming up on Boxing Day 26 at the village. It's diverse for a certain type of crowd.
Okay.
And so we'll get a different crowd than what we would get for, say, the Roots Rock Reggae Night.
Yeah.
And we realise we have to do that. And that's the only way Mackabee can keep going and on, you know.
Okay. What about you guys? What kind of, I know Sly, he's seen as the main man, as it said. But what about you guys? What roles do you guys play? Introduce yourselves and what roles you guys play. Because I know every one of you plays a part. So who wants to go?
Well, you see right now my name is Asha Banton. I'm the striker I run, and you see when I run hard and I run fit and I run strong. I'm like a gazelle, you understand me?
Yeah.
When we are run, you understand me? That is my job, you understand me?
Next.
Yeah, Master D here, yeah. Want to say, well, what I'm is one of the selectors.
Okay.
What I notice is, especially with what we're doing at the moment, is we're trying to mix between the different crowds. So I think a big issue that we've had in the past is we've got a lot of people that have been loyal to Mackabee for so many years,
Yeah.
and they're saying that we're not playing enough reggae music. We're going a bit towards the sort of R&B, soul sort of style.
Okay.
So what we came up with is, let's do roots rock reggae. Let's try to get to that crowd and let's play the tunes for them. And it was a good to push that forward to that crowd. So yeah, it's been really good, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay. So and you enjoy selecting for Mackabee, of course.
Yes, of course. Especially like the diverse side of it as well is that, you know, I might be playing to a crowd that wants sort of R&B, old school 70s, 80s music. Then next thing you know, I'm playing at a dance hall like a Clash,
Okay.
and then we're throwing in all the dub tunes to get the crowd going. So it's good playing different tunes for different crowds.
Okay. Do you prefer a particular one? Be honest.
Yeah. I just like the mix, to be fair.
Okay.
It keeps it interesting because then it puts you as a DJ on your toes, so you know you have to always adapt, because one crowd, a certain sort of tune will work for, but then you go to another dance now and that tune ain't going to work, and then you're having to think quickly what's going to be better, what's going to get the crowd going, and then when you finally pull that tune, you make the mic man's job easier to get the crowd going, and that's it.
Okay, wicked.
Yeah.
How about you, Mikey?
Yeah, well, to be honest with you, a lot of planning goes into it, like you said earlier. There's a lot of meticulous planning that goes on behind the scenes. We actually have meetings, actually, so there's a lot of things where we meet away from dances and things like that.
Yeah.
Depending on what's coming up or what we want to plan, things right from the venue, the music, who's doing what on the night, everything's all planned. So what you see on the night is usually been rehearsed in some way, shape or form, you know. To execute that on the night, it's not something that we just do off the cuff, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, there's a lot of planning. Usually the weeks leading up to an event, if we're doing an event, we'll probably have met 3 or 4 times,
Yeah.
and then just run through everything and take it from there. But everybody's got a job.
And what's your job then?
I'll be honest with you, I'm like the invisible one, so you probably won't see me around the sound or anything, but you know, it's like any business, you know, any business, there's always people in the background that do things, and it all adds to it. You know, it's like an engine in a car, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got big parts, small parts, and they all turn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Definitely. How about yourself, Judah?
Yeah,
What's your job?
my job
Yeah.
is to carry the sound.
Okay.
My job is to carry the sound, make sure that it gets from the shed,
Yeah.
the garage, to the venue,
Okay.
and gets from the venue back to home base. Yeah?
Yeah.
And in between that, when we're in the dance, I listen to the sound of what the sound system's playing,
Okay.
because it's a big sound, you know,
Yeah.
so it has to be playing at top quality every dance.
Okay.
So I listen to that and relay the information to Enroy, to Asha, to Master D, so that you can play the tunes at top quality.
I think
That's
sometimes if
really
we play places like previously we played at like the Rialto,
Yeah.
and you'll see like the majority of the sound systems in there, you know, we've got like 8-10 boxes in there. Sly will tell you, you know, the load that we carry that night, you know, it's a different set of equipment, different size hall.
Yeah.
So Judah, like he says, will go around and blah, 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 blah. There's a lot of things that he does that people don't realise that are key to everything that we do.
Okay.
On a smaller venue, perhaps where we only use 4 box, it's a different flex again.
Yeah.
I'm not so much needed then, because
Well,
you can hear, but
yeah.
I still
But
do
like I said,
my
that
job.
Everybody still does their job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
there's different levels of Mackabee depending
Yeah,
on
because
what the event is.
yeah, because obviously there's Nelson Irie who's not here, and Nelson Irie more time is like probably the main selector.
Okay.
He tend to like basically play the tune, you know what I mean? So he obviously can't make it today, but that's his role more time. He's the man that wants to select the tune and thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we just all have it together as a team. So
Yeah.
really Mackabee is a team, it's a group of guys, went to school together in Coventry, got together and set up a sound system. So I didn't know we were a group, you know what I mean? We're team players, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
And that's why we're still here today.
I think a lot of what Sly said is true. It's the unity as well that has kept the man them
Yeah.
together over the years. Do you know what I mean? There's obviously the guys that were here earlier in the early days who, you know, they're still there. They still come to dances.
Yeah.
You'll probably see them on Facebook as well. So like the friendship's still there, even though they don't sort of roll with us 100%.
Yeah.
They're still there as brethren, you know. So,
Definitely.
and it evolves and evolves and evolves, doesn't it?
And going back
Master
to
D.
the playing out part, when there's artists,
Yeah.
it's a whole different scenario. The whole sound, we still do the same jobs, but then some people will have 2 jobs.
Okay.
So when there's an artist, because these artists are big artists, they have to be looked after.
Mm.
They have to have, once again, the top quality, different sound system again
Yeah.
for artists.
Okay.
You see what I mean? So
Yeah.
all of this goes into the whole Mackabee crew from day one up to now.
I mean, things like Judas just said, things like when Janet Kay was here, you know,
Yeah.
behind the scenes, the hotel, the different, you know,
Yeah.
setup that we have to have behind the scenes. John McLean, Victor Romeo Evans, whoever else that we've played with. You know,
That's
over
not
the
just
years.
sound system, that's sound system and PA then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's a lot of work that
There's a lot
goes
of work
into
behind
it.
the scene.
And like you
Yeah.
said, these things, you know, take a lot of hard work and dedication as well. So.
Because the thing about Mackabee, right, we tend to like to promote ourselves.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of dance, right, that we actually refuse to play.
Okay.
If we don't think the dance is going to be right
Mm.
and it's not going to put us in the right light,
Yeah.
we won't play.
Okay.
So we tend to like to do our own promotion
Mm.
because we want to put it out there in a certain way. And then at the end of the day, I don't want no one to come and say, right, Mackabee were very good at night. But if we put it out ourselves, we can
Yeah.
make sure, you know what I mean?
Everything.
So that's why some dance we just won't play.
Yeah. Wow. So, I introduce you guys. What about yourself, Sly?
Sly,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself. What do you
Yeah,
bring
well,
to the
I'm
team?
Sly. Yeah, I tend to try to organise everything. You know what I mean? With all the rest of the man. Then. So
Okay.
you know, so obviously I'm like a focal point, but I think that it's still a team spirit thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's how it runs really. And we all like get on well, so it's all good.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You can tell anyway when you're in a dance, because obviously I come to your dances, I feel the vibe, and you can tell that you're all together, and you can feel it in the room as well.
Yeah.
There's no sort of any hate or any anger.
You enjoy it, Kat?
Of course I enjoy it, man. You wouldn't be on my shoulder, wise.
Yeah, but I want big up Kat for the Mackabee top.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
my respect. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Branches and Mackabee top. Big up.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. Enough respect. You know what I mean?
So you guys, you grew up in Coventry, all of that. What do you think about being the city of culture right now? Coventry, city of culture. What are you saying?
Wow, yeah, I just wanted to add to that. You know, this is a massive opportunity for Coventry. If you think about Coventry, it's got like negative tones towards it for some reason. It's always like sent to Coventry.
Yeah.
So, you know, if anyone's done something bad, you're sent to Coventry as if that's a bad thing.
Mm.
And I think this is an opportunity now for people to understand Coventry's culture and see the good sides of Coventry. Because I know when Hull did the last one, there was about 1 million visitors went to Hull, and that helped boost Hull's economy,
Yeah.
help them become more popular, and for people to understand their culture more. So hopefully for Coventry it will boost it up again. It's a chance for people to see things like, you know, the Black Conscious Coventry thing,
Yeah.
and get to know about Black history in more detail. For people to understand about Lady Godiva, and with the lot of other things that we have to offer in Coventry. So it can only be better.
Definitely. So do you think Mackabee will be playing for the City of Culture at some event, do you think?
Hopefully,
Because it's about music,
exactly. Hopefully, because we did. I'm trying to remember which art gallery it was. It might be the Herbert one, and that was an opportunity for people in Coventry to understand about sound systems, and not just about ska music, but to understand about
pounding sound.
exactly.
We
And
did that film.
you know, people like Mackabee and how Mackabee started in the 80s and the music that's playing and the fact that they're still here now.
Yeah.
So there's probably a lot of people that don't realise the amount of sound systems that are in Coventry as well.
Definitely. Do you want to list some? I know obviously Mackabee is a sound, of course. Do you know any of the sounds that come out of Coventry that you
Yeah,
can
over
say?
the years there's been many sounds. I mean, going back way back in history, there's been Sound City Sound from Stringer when we used to go to Sydney Stringer Youth Club when we was in our teens. Sound City, Jabadis,
Ital Sound,
Sound,
Rude Boy,
King Alpha,
King Tropical,
Black Ox,
Tropical,
yeah.
Black Ox, Tropical.
Yeah.
You know, there's enough sound. Tremor. You know, you could go on, but you could name it. You could name a dozen. There's
Buster, our teacher.
Buster. Our teacher. Buster was our main man. God rest his soul, many years ago, back in the day.
Mm.
There's too many sounds to mention in Coventry, but you know, respect to them all because they're all part of the fabric, they're all part of the history.
Definitely.
And we've played with the majority of those sounds we've just mentioned, we've played with every single one of them.